To access free topic sheets, worksheets, or to book an online class, visit ilearneasy.co.uk. An apostrophe can be used to form contractions. A contraction is a shortened version of a word. Contractions are commonly used in spoken and written English. We put an apostrophe to show where the letters are missing. For example, it is becomes its. The apostrophe is put in place of the missing letter I. I will becomes I'll. The apostrophe is put in the place of the missing letters W and I. I am becomes I'm. The apostrophe is put in the place of the missing letter A. There are formal and informal contractions. Formal contractions are used in both written and spoken English. Informal contractions are used in spoken English in informal settings. For example, when you're talking to friends or family. Native English speakers often use informal contractions in everyday conversations. Let's go through some examples. I am hungry. Here I can combine the word I and am to I'm. I'm hungry. As you can see, I have combined the two words and an apostrophe is placed where the missing letter A was. Another example is, she is funny. Here I can combine she and is. She's funny. He is not a doctor. I can combine he and is. He's not a doctor. Now I will go through the common contractions in English. Are not, aren't. Cannot, can't. Could not, couldn't. Did not, didn't. Do not, don't. Does not, doesn't. Had not, hadn't. Has not, hasn't. Have not, haven't. He had or would, he'd. He is or he has, he's. He will, he'll. How would, how'd. I am, I'm. I had, I'd. I have, I've. I will, I'll. I would, I'd. It is, it's. Is not, isn't. It had or it would, it'd. Let us, let's. Might have, might have. Might not, mightn't. Must not, mustn't. Need not, needn't. Shall not, shan't. She had or she would, she'd. She is or she has, she's. She will, she'll. Should not, shouldn't. that is or that has, that's. There is, there has, theirs. There would, there'd. They are, there. They had or they would, they'd. They have, they've. They will, they'll. Was not, wasn't. We are, where. We had or we would, we'd. We have, we've. Were not, weren't. What are, what are. What have, what of. What is or what has, what's. What will, what'll. When is, when's. Where is or where has, where's. Who are, who're. Who had or who would, who'd. Who have, who've. Who is, who has, whose. Who will, who'll. Will not, won't. Would not, wouldn't. You are, you're. You had or you would, you'd. You have, you've. You will, you'll. An apostrophe can be used to show that something belongs to someone. For example, Jamie's dog is cute. The apostrophe followed by the letter S shows that the cute dog belongs to Jamie. There are several rules we need to learn when using an apostrophe to show possession. The rules depend on whether we're using a singular or a plural noun. Singular nouns refer to one person, place, thing, or idea. Some singular nouns end in the letter S and some don't. Plural nouns refer to more than one person, place, thing, or idea. Some plural nouns end in the letter S and some don't. Now let's go through the different rules. Singular nouns not ending in the letter S. The rule for singular nouns not ending in the letter S is to add an apostrophe followed by the letter S. For example, Sarah is a singular noun. It doesn't end in the letter S. When talking about something that belongs to Sarah, we must place an apostrophe followed by the letter S. For example, Sarah's skirt is purple. So the apostrophe S shows us that the purple skirt belongs to Sarah. Singular nouns ending in S. The rule for singular nouns ending in the letter S is to either add an apostrophe followed by the letter S or just an apostrophe. So it's your choice. Both are correct. For example, James is a singular noun that ends in the letter S. When talking about something that belongs to James, we can either show possession by adding apostrophe S or just an apostrophe, like this. James's glasses are blue. Plural nouns not ending in S. The rule for plural nouns not ending in S is to add an apostrophe followed by the letter S. For example, Women is a plural noun that doesn't end in the letter S. When talking about something that belongs to the women, we must add an apostrophe followed by the letter S. For example, the women's toilets are on the first floor. So the apostrophe S indicates that the toilets belong to the women. Plural nouns ending in S. The rule for plural nouns ending in S is to just add an apostrophe. For example, parents is a plural noun ending in S. When talking about something that belongs to the parents, we must add just an apostrophe. For example, my parents' house is huge. Two or more people. When talking about two or more people, we must first figure out if they are joint owners of the same thing or they are separate owners. For example, here is Adam, here is Kelly. If we want to talk about something that belongs to them both, then the rule is to add an apostrophe followed by the letter S after the second name. This indicates that they are joint owners. For example, Kelly and Adam's dog is brown. If we want to talk about something that they are separate owners of, then the rule is to add an apostrophe followed by the letter S after each name. For example, Kelly's and Adam's dogs are brown. Now, test your knowledge by forming the correct contractions in each sentence. You can pause the video here so you can have time to think about your answers. Okay, now let's go through the answers. I am going to the supermarket tomorrow. Here, I can form the contraction from I and am. I'm going to the supermarket tomorrow. What is the problem? I can form the contraction from what and is. What's the problem? You are very smart. I can form a contraction from you and are. You're very smart. I think they are going to the park next week. Here, the contraction is formed from they and are. I think they're going to the park next week. He will achieve good grades because he is intelligent. Here there are two contractions. He will becomes he'll and he is becomes he's. He'll achieve good grades because he's intelligent. We are not watching a movie tonight. Here the contraction can be formed from we and are. We're not watching a movie tonight. Or we can say we aren't watching a movie tonight. When is the meeting? When's the meeting? That is a huge house. That is becomes that's. Where is the key? The contraction is formed from where and is. Where's the key? Lastly, I could not return my item because I did not have the receipt. Here we have two contractions. Could not becomes couldn't, and did not becomes didn't. I couldn't return my item because I didn't have the receipt.